everybody. This is RBR Short Films 13, aka Ryan, and today I'm doing a video about Scream 6. Scream 6 got officially announced. It got greenlit a few days ago. I didn't make a video about it right away because people already were, making videos about it, and um, yeah, it was sort of breaking news. Like a lot of people have been talking about it, and I'm just speechless because I've only seen Scream 5 through one viewing, and I haven't formed like a 100% opinion of the movie, like a full-on opinion, like what I think of everything. I need to watch the movie a few times before I do that spoiler review. Because there's a few things I missed. The movie goes so quick, and there's so much to take in, and um, but I'm very very excited. And yeah, because Scream 5, though it's not my favorite of the series, it was a solid entry. It wasn't perfect. It definitely had its flaws, but um, it's sort of revived the franchise because it hasn't been on that level since Scream 4. Um, or you could even say more so the first two movies, but I enjoyed that Scream show. Not so much season 3, but I really did love that Scream show. And now there's going to be a new Scream show on Paramount Plus. That's not even connected to the first two seasons or season 3. It's going to be uh, connected to the movies, that's going to be interesting. But now the Scream show is kind of turned into a American Horror Story, because the first two seasons are in Lakewood. The third season is in Atlanta, and then now where's the fourth season going to be? It's not a fourth season, but because the third season had nothing to do with the first two seasons, it will kind of feel like a new season because it's a little American Horror Story-ish, where it's a new timeline each season. Which I mean, it is kind of cool, because it's new characters and it means higher body count, you know. Um, but it's definitely a reset button for Scream television, for a Scream show to be on TV. But for it to be on Paramount Network, that makes a lot of sense. I sort of predicted that. But I would have loved to have seen where they would have what MTV would have done with the third final season of the Scream show. I would have liked to have really seen that season 3, and it's too bad we won't get that. I think that would have been really awesome. I think that would have been because I mean I really loved season 2, so but we'll see. The directors of Ready or Not and Scream 5 are going to be directing Scream 6, including the writers. Kevin Williamson is going to be producing it. I guess he's not going to be an executive, he's going to be a main producer. So I guess he's going to be involved in this with Scream 6 a lot more than Scream 5. I sure hope so. I hope that that there's more involvement with Kevin Williamson. Um, and uh, yeah, pretty much a lot of people from Scream 5 are coming back for Scream 6. It's sort of basically the same crew. And Nev Campbell is in talks to returning. I don't think that she's going to say no, especially that it's the same directors of the last movie of Scream 5. So I definitely think she'll come back. I think Courtney Cox will come back as well. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think I'm a little more optimistic about this one than the fifth one because I didn't know how to. I didn't know exactly how Scream 5 was going to be. It could easily have been horrible, it easily could have been great, and it was kind of in like this in between. It was awesome, but had its moments. And I feel like whatever flaws there were in Scream 5, the directors, of that movie, will learn from that. They'll learn from their mistakes in Scream 5. The writers will as well. The main girl in Scream 5, the new Sydney, her acting was not the best in the film, so I think that she's gonna be better in Scream 6. I've seen a lot of actors in uh, movie roles where they aren't good, but then they do a sequel and their acting is way better in the next movie, and it's like, whoa, that was a big shift. So I feel like with this new generation of characters, they're gonna amp up their game. The new cast is gonna be even more the focus in Scream 6. And, you know, you're passing it on to a new generation, so it's really important, that all of their acting is on that, level that, the original characters, original actors were. So, you know, I'm definitely gonna miss Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox and all the original, but hopefully we get Stu in this movie. It would be nice if he came back for the sixth film, and I sort of hope that this is the last Scream movie. To be honest, I would love for this to be a 1 to 6 series, to where the first three movies are its own. It's the original trilogy, and then Scream 4, 5, and 6 sequel trilogy. I think that'd be really really cool, um, because Scream 4 and 5 are all about this generation and reboots and um, fandom and all this stuff. So Scream 6, there's definitely going to be probably more of that. And the first three movies are about just, they're about someone taking their love of horror movies, their love of sequels, love of trilogies, goes into that kind of stuff. When 4, 5, and probably 6 goes into all this reboot and, uh, reboot stuff, and new generation and all that. So I would like for this to be a three-part story, 4, 5, and 6. Um, and I don't know. I don't think the series needs to. We don't need three more sequels or two or five more. I mean, we've seen with horror franchises how many if they do too many sequels, how that will turn out. And Paramount, they sort of did that with Friday the 13th. They did that with Paranormal Activity. So it does make me a little concerned for the Scream franchise that they would do the same thing and make too many sequels, just for money. Not that they care about the story or any of that. I do. So I do worry about that a bit, um, because that happened with Paranormal Activity. When that first came out, people loved it. People enjoyed the first one, the second one, the third one, and then you get to the fourth one, it's like, oh, right? And then after that, it's like, what is this franchise? What's going on here? Friday the 13th, it started out, masterfully, and you know, um, the quality of the films, uh, you could see a degrade after the first four. Um, and even though like Part 6 and New Blood and all, I enjoy all those. I like all those, and even a little bit of Jason Takes Manhattan. Those are not as strong entries as the earlier ones, my opinion. And the only reason they kept making more Friday movies was because of the money. It wasn't because of the story. Um, and I feel like the Scream franchise deserves better than that. And I would hate to see the Scream franchise, out of any franchise, to run into that mess of like way too many sequels and um, everything feeling overplayed and overdone. Um, and if they do plan to do a Scream 7, I would like them to like wait, 5, 10 years, or yeah, like another 10 years or something, and do something that's sort of like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I just don't want the series to, you know, um, yeah, kind of go on way too long. So I say a solid uh, 6 movies, 7 movies would be good. I mean, the Saw franchise originally ended with the seventh film, and then they kept going after, So I just I hope that the Scream franchise doesn't uh, get into that mess like other horror franchises and other movie franchises, where you just forget how great the franchise used to be, because of the how many sequels. And I love sequels. I mean, if it's a good sequel, it's a good sequel. I always hope for the best with sequels, and a lot of sequels are better than the original movies. In today's time, yeah, a lot of sequels are better than the first movie. Um, so, I'm optimistic for Scream 6, but if Paramount does make a Scream 7 after Scream 6, like a year after Scream 6 comes out, not even, or even a couple years, I'll definitely be concerned. But if they wait a long time, then I'll know that Paramount really did care about this franchise, or they really do care. Um, and it's a big deal, because Scream was, Dimensions, that was their main horror franchise. Like that was their biggest, aside from Halloween, like that was, you know, yeah. So it was Dimension Films, the first 4 movies, and now it's Paramount, it's Spyglass and stuff. So it's these new companies, and um, you want them to do it right, and give respect to the fans. Of course, they have to make their profit off of these movies, but they already are with Scream 5. Scream 5 has made more than Scream 4, and I'm not sure if it surpassed the first 3 movies of financially box office, because the first 3 did make a lot. Because I remember always looking at the box office history numbers of the first 3 movies, and I was surprised how much money it made. I'm like, wow, 160 million. Scream 3 made it like 160 million or something, or around there. Like, um, don't know how well Scream 5 is doing, but it surpassed Scream 4. So, it's a big deal, and I'm really happy about that. Even though I enjoy Scream 4, I'm just glad the box office, went up, and that's a big deal during the pandemic, as well. So um, I'm excited because so much happens in Scream 5. It's kind of like, well, where are they going to go now? Where's the story going to go? And we don't know who Sydney's husband is. There's so much that I feel like that they're going to go into. I feel like there was another killer in the Scream 5 that we don't know, and I hope that's Stu. You know, I hope that they bring Stu back. That's what fans want. Just like that would be ultimate fan service, but it'd be like the coolest thing ever. So especially that the films never acknowledge that he's dead. They just mention him. So it's just something that the fans have been wanting forever, and it would make a lot of people happy. So yeah, guys, Scream 6, here we go, another Scream movie, and hopefully it could be like a concluding chapter to a sequel trilogy. It highlights 4 and 5, and I know they're not going to call it Scream 6. I don't know. I don't hope they wouldn't call it Scream Ends. I don't even know what they're even going to call it anymore. Any franchise title, I liked it being numbered. Scream 2, 3, 4, 5. It sounds good. So, Scream 5 was just called Scream. Just, it's still not too late, Paramount Spyglass, you can still call Scream 6 Scream 6. Because, hey, um, there was Aliens, and then Alien 3. Aliens was not called Alien 2, and yet and yet Alien 3 didn't call itself Aliens, or Aliens Returns or something, you know. It was called Alien 3. So it's been done. Scream 5 was not called Scream 5, it was called Scream, but can Scream 6 be called Scream 6? I hope so. That would be pretty awesome. Uh, and you know, titles is important to a movie. The story is more important than the title, of course, and the film itself. But uh, yeah, hopefully it's called Scream 6, and that's all it's called. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all very soon. All right, peace.